Coming up on The Golden Key.
Grandpa's really sick now, you know? He can't talk that much.
Isabel, this is what's happening every day. We just don't see it. It's a battle, Isabel. A war between good and evil. God's servants, his angels at war against the forces of Satan.
Dad, Aunt Jenny, don't you see those things beside you? They're so creepy. They're whispering into everyone's ears. Oh, what are they?
Hey kids, just give me a minute before we head to the car. I wanted to say something to Father Bill about his homily.
Sure, Dad. Just a minute. Right.
Hey, Peter, Veronica, Claire, how you guys doing?
We're good. How about you, Isabel? Hey, did you hear the announcements about the St. Michael's Day party? Your family used to be really into celebrating Michaelmas, weren't you?
Yeah, I guess. Every September 29th. I mean, it's cool and all.
You don't sound all that excited, Isabel. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, I really don't get that excited about those things anymore. I mean, feast days and, I don't know. Everything, I guess.
Is everything all right, Isabel?
Sure. I mean, you know we moved to a new house not that long ago, and, well, I miss my old neighborhood and my friends there. And then there's my grandpa.
Oh yeah, I heard during the prayers at Mass that we're praying for him. He's pretty sick. Sorry to hear that.
I remember he really loved celebrating all the old feast days with your family, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that's an understatement. He loves those celebrations, the food, the traditions, of course the special prayers or masses. And I think his favorite was Michaelmas. He said his grandfather used to talk to him about how wonderful Michaelmas celebrations were, you know, back in the old country, he called it, and how he wanted to keep that tradition here. And, you know, our family always talked about guardian angels and asked for the intercession of St. Michael the Archangel.
Well, St. Michael the Archangel and his army threw Satan out of heaven. That should make him a pretty good intercessor, right?
I guess so. I mean, Grandpa's really sick now, you know? He can't talk that much. My mom and dad had him move into our house, and he has a room there, which would be great, but, well, he never really gets out of bed or does much. It's just kind of sad.
Sorry, Isabel. That'd be really hard.
It is. I mean, I guess that's part of why, well, I'm just not into the whole Michaelmas celebration and all that. Listen, can you guys keep a secret?
Sure. Like what?
This may sound really weird, but, well, I like the new house and all. And that's the thing. It's not new at all. It's a really old house. And a while after we moved there, I started having weird dreams.
Weird? Like scary weird?
No, not exactly. I mean, I had one several times, basically the same dream. I'm in a house and my grandpa calls me to the room he's staying in. Only he's his old self again. He can talk and smile, and he cuddles me close to him, just like we always did. And he does the things he always used to make me laugh.
That sounds like a nice dream. I mean, a little sad, but...
Yeah, but then he starts to tell me the things he always did about Michaelmas and the old country.
Isabel, you know, my own grandfather, he would always tell me about Michaelmas celebrations when he was a boy, and how wonderful they were.
I know, Grandpa. I remember you telling me.
Well, you have to remember, Isabel. A lot of people have forgotten. The Feast of St. Michael and All Angels. You know, in the old country, and a lot of countries, it was always a harvest festival. A time when the hard work of gathering the crops and preparing the food for winter was done. And the many workers who helped with that would get paid. And so there was a feast.
Kind of like St. Martin's feast. Martinmas in November.
Well, that's right. Martinmas is November 11, another harvest feast, preparing for winter. But Michaelmas, September 29th, is a more warm autumn fest. It was such a wonderful time, with so many traditions we loved. Our harvest was in, and it was time for settling accounts, going to the Michaelmas fair to sell our goods, counting our money for buying seeds and livestock for the coming season, maybe planting the winter crops if we had any. We would pick our apples, make cider, make dolls out of corn husks. I can smell the autumn smells and see the sights even now.
Some of those are still around, Grandpa, even today.
Oh, you're right, my dear, though some aren't. The old tradition was that folks would eat a stubble goose on Michaelmas as part of the great feast.
What's a stubble goose, Grandpa?
Oh, well, it's a goose that was fed on the stubble, the little bits of stalks of grain left in the field after the harvest. We'd always eat a nice Michaelmas goose. Then there were some funny old customs. They'd say not to eat blackberries after what was called Old Michaelmas, and that was October 10th.
Why not, Grandpa?
Well, they said the devil would spit on the berries after that, so people used to especially eat blackberries at Michaelmas too, or make treats out of them.
That sounds good.
Oh, it was, my dear, and Michaelmas used to be a holy day of obligation at church too. Of course, its name, like Christmas, comes from St. Michael's Mass, and we remembered that great archangel that the Bible tells of standing up to the rebel angel Lucifer and leading his army of God's angels against Lucifer, defeating old Satan and throwing him out of heaven.
I know. The prayer to St. Michael asks that he casts into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. I remember that.
That's right, Isabel. And prowl about the world he does. I think folks, even Christians, kind of forget that nowadays. There's a spiritual battle going on all around us, Isabel. Satan and his folk are always at work, always trying to bring about bad. And God's own army, including our guardian angels, well, they're at work too. That's why prayer and focusing on Jesus are so important for us. Oh, don't be looking afraid now, my dear. St. Michael and the angels, they'll take care of us. Just remember which voices to listen to when you hear them whispering in your head.
Whispering, Grandpa?
Well, not literally, no. Look, just keep your focus on God and his saints. You'll do just fine, okay? Oh, by the way, Michaelmas is also when your grandmother and I met, at the great Michaelmas party we used to have at our old parish. There was a dance and a hayride in the orchard and bobbing for apples. No one bobs for apples anymore. I guess too unsanitary, but my beautiful Irene, God rest her soul, there she was, selling cider for the parish fund. And our own parish, right here, has a wonderful Michaelmas celebration every year still, and I'm glad of it. Isabel, my little pumpkin, don't forget Michaelmas, or any of the great feasts, please. They help us connect with God and our fellow parishioners and the whole communion of saints.
But, Grandpa, how can we celebrate it now? You're so sick.
That's why you must. And there's more I need to tell you, my dear. Something important that
What happens next, Isabel? What does he say?
Nothing. He just cuts out. He gets all quiet like he does in real life. Like, I can hardly see him in there, in his eyes anymore. And I always wake up.
That's hard, Isabel. I mean, sad.
It is. But it gets weirder.
How so?
Well, don't think I'm crazy or anything.
We won't. What is it?
Well, in some of my more recent dreams, there's this little girl. Always the same little girl.
What's she like?
She's about our age, but she's, well, dressed old-fashioned, you know? Like from 100 years ago or something.
Seriously? That sounds kind of creepy.
I mean, I know it does, but somehow it isn't. She has such a nice smile and something about her. Well, I know she's a friend. If that makes any sense.
What does she do? Yeah, like, where are you in the dream?
That's the weird part. I'm in my room at the house, only it's not like my room. Like, I assume it was what her room would look like. Everything's all 100 years ago, you know? All the furniture and decor and stuff. So she comes in the room and smiles, and she always, like, beckons with her hand. Like, follow me.
Weird. So, do you?
Well, yeah, I try. I follow her out of the door and down the hall, and she always points to the closet. Under the stairs, she points to it again and again, like I should go get something out of there. And she's smiling, and I don't know, she's nice, I can tell.
But the obvious question is, have you gone to that closet she points to? I mean, in real life, once you wake up and looked inside?
Of course I have. That's the first thing I do, but I never find anything. Just a closet with our vacuum cleaner and a broom or two in it. That's all.
Oh, hey kids, sorry. I guess that was more than a minute or two. Always a good chat with Father Bill.
You, talking to Father Bill for more than a minute? That's a surprise.
Ha, well, sorry. Oh, hey Isabel, how are you?
Hi, Mr. McKenney. Okay.
Hey, sorry to rush off, but we have to pull your mom away from her conversation and get to lunch, you know?
Sure. Well, sorry to run, Isabel.
It's okay, but hey, would you guys like to come over soon and hang out?
To your new house? Sure, that would be fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
And you too, Peter. Maybe Tuesday evening?
Sounds good. Well, I guess we'll see you then.
Okay, bye. Hey guys, glad you can make it.
Hi, Isabel. Hey!
Hi, how's it going?
Isabel, your new house is really cool. Wow, yeah. I love this old style. The woodwork is so beautiful, and the ceilings are so high. It's just really cool here.
It is. I really like the house. I just wish, well, that things were different. With Grandpa and stuff.
Yeah, that's hard. He's no better, huh?
No different. But there's something good, though. I'm glad you guys here today. Perfect timing.
How so?
Well, I had another dream last night with a girl, only this time it was different.
What was different?
Well, the girl took me to the closet under the stairs, like before, but this time she pointed to something specific, a loose board, way over in the darkest corner. I would have never seen it if she hadn't pointed it out.
Seen it? You mean there really is a loose board there?
You guys probably think I'm crazy, or making this up, but it's true. I can show you. And just before you got here, I got this crowbar of my dad's from the garage.
Wait, you're going to pry a board up? In your house? Do your parents know this?
No, I mean it will be easy to nail down again. Come on. See, I told you, it's loose. And here, I got it. It's up.
Can you feel anything? Underneath it, I mean.
Yes, there's something in me. Oh my gosh, it's for real.
What is it?
It's like a book. Here, let's take it to my room. Oh my gosh, it's old. I mean, look at that cover. And the paper?
And the dust. I'm trying not to sneeze. Well, you were a bit off about one thing, Isabel.
What's that?
Your friend, the girl, she wasn't dressed like 100 years ago. More like 70-some years ago. This has to be your diary. And that must be your name inside the cover. Michelle Connor. And look at the first entry date. 1943. That's a long time ago.
Not that long ago, Claire. I mean, that's the year Grandma was born.
Really? Grandma's that old?
This is amazing. Look at what it says here.
Mama made a cake for my 10th birthday today. I wish Daddy could be here. Mama showed me a card he sent me from the war. She says he's in France now, fighting. Tonight, I'll say a prayer to St. Michael and to Daddy's own guardian angel for him.
Did you hear that? St. Michael.
Keep flipping the pages, Isabel.
This is so cool. She's talking about her favorite toys and books. Oh, she likes Little Women. I love that book too.
Look there. She says her dad made it home, so he survived at least.
She says, I'm so happy
To have Daddy home, and I love to be able to sit on his bed and talk to him. But he doesn't say much. Mama says he got hurt in the war, and we should pray for him. And she says he's something called shell-shocked. And that's why he doesn't talk much. But I can tell by his smile and the look in his eyes that he's happy to see me, and that he loves me.
What's shell-shocked mean?
It's, well, today we call it PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's something soldiers get when they've been through really hard things in a war. Like, it's something with your mind, your emotions. Sometimes you have bad dreams or are scared a lot or, just messed up, you know?
Wow. That would be hard.
Yeah, for sure.
It kind of reminds me of my grandpa, lying in bed there. Poor little Michelle. Gosh, it's like, almost like we're friends. Sort of.
But Isabel, I mean, she lived quite a long time ago. She's probably, well, she might be dead by now.
She must be. Her diary's still under a floorboard in this old house.
Hey guys, look. Wow.
What, Isabel?
She says, what makes me saddest of all is how much my family is fighting.
Daddy just sits and is quiet, but Grandma and Grandpa and Mom and my uncle and aunt, they're all arguing about what to do about Daddy. It seems like they never get along anymore. Like, they don't even love each other.
Wow, that is sad.
But it's also even more crazy.
Why do you say that, Isabel?
Well, I don't know how much I should talk about this, but a lot of the people in my family, they seem to be fighting a lot too.
Fighting about what?
Oh, different things. I mean, mostly what to do about Grandpa, his medical care, and, well, his house and his things, even his money.
Really? That doesn't seem like your family, Isabel. You all have always been so close.
I know. That's the thing. I know some of the arguing is over important things, like what's the best thing to do for Grandpa's health. But some of it, I mean, fighting over money or who gets what from his house, those things are just things, you know? They don't matter. I don't understand why this is happening.
Sorry, Isabel. That's got to be hard. Oh, darn it. That's my mom texting. She says she's on her way to get us.
Already? I guess it's been longer than it seems. I wish you guys could read more of this book with me.
Me too, Isabel. Will you tell us more when you find out about it?
Sure, Claire. Of course. Grandpa! Oh, it's happened again. He's not talking. I guess I'm having my dream again. Well, good night, Grandpa. Oh, wait. This is different. It's Mom and Dad and Uncle Joe and Aunt Jenny and Cousin Sam. But what is that? There's someone next to them. Like, people? Mom? Dad? Aunt Jenny? Don't you see those things beside you? They're so creepy, gray, and so ugly, so angry. Don't you see them? Hear them?
He's my father too, you know. What makes you think you have the right to make decisions about his health care?
You always were his favorite, and you know it. You think you're so much better than the rest of us.
Well, you just want his money. You always have. You even care about him?
We darn well ought to have a right to this house, you know. We've been keeping it up while you gallivant all over the country.
Stop! Stop it, please! Can't you hear yourself? Why are you doing this? Why?
She always gets the best things in life. You're always stuck taking care of Dad. Tell her. Don't let her win this time.
Just look at him, acting so righteous. Just because he's taken Dad to a few doctor's appointments, he doesn't deserve to inherit anything. You do.
Oh my gosh! It's those things! They're causing all of this! They're whispering into everyone's ears! Oh, what are they?
Isabel, come here. Come to me.
Grandpa? Grandpa, you're talking! Yes, I'm coming! Grandpa, do you see those things? Do you hear what they're saying? Do you see what they're causing?
Yes, Isabel, I know. But look closely. Look at your parents, your uncle, and aunt and cousins. Those things aren't the only ones here.
You're right. I see them now. Other things. Like people. Are those angels?
They are, Isabel. They are. They're at work too, pushing back against those evil beings, speaking deeper truths, doing the work of God.
Whoa.
Isabel, this is what's happening every day, all around me. And you, and everyone, we just don't see it. It's a battle, Isabel. A war between good and evil. God's servants, his angels at war against the forces of Satan.
Grandpa, it's scary.
We live in a fallen world, my pumpkin. This side of heaven, there's always the battle. And often as not, it isn't even the angels against the devils. It's our own tendency towards selfishness, towards sin. We have to work at it, dear Isabel. We have to pray and love God and love our neighbor and remind ourselves every day of what's really true and right and good and beautiful.
But Grandpa, this war, what should we do? What should I do?
Pray, Isabel. Look to the beautiful things. Remember what's at stake. And look at God and his saints and angels. That's the best way. Tell others, Isabel. You have to tell the others.
Oh wow. I'm awake. I have to tell them. Mom and Dad and everyone. I have to tell them. Oh hey, Veronica, Claire, Peter. Hi guys.
Hey Isabel, how are you?
I didn't expect to see you here, the Parish Michaelmas Festival. Not that we're not glad to see you, it's just...
Yeah, well, we knew you were struggling a bit with things.
My whole family is here. I have to tell you guys about my dream and what happened next. But let's go upstairs to the sanctuary. It's quieter there and less crowded. So, I didn't know if I could make myself talk to my parents about my dream. It all seems sort of, almost crazy. But I did tell them. I was crying and pretty upset and all, and I think they believed me and understood.
So what happened? What'd they say?
They actually listened. Pretty seriously. I think they know how bad all this fighting in our family has gotten. And that right now we should be praying for Grandpa. And with him. And joining together to support each other. Instead of listening to the wrong voices.
So things actually changed?
Well, they're starting to. Yeah, I think. My uncles and aunt and cousins, everyone sat down to talk and pray together. And, well, here we are. For Michaelmas. Celebrating my grandpa's favorite feast day of the year.
Yeah, and with ciders, blackberries, and the whole thing.
The important stuff, right, Claire?
Seriously.
But wow, Isabel, that really is an amazing story.
I know. And there's more. Oh, wait. Father Bill's getting up to say something.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I hope everyone's having a great time. You know, our Michaelmas celebration is one of my favorite events at the parish each year. And before I give the annual blessing of our St. Michael's statue here, I'd like to share very briefly the story of why we have this celebration and the statue. This story is part of why this event means so much to me. It really is a remarkable story of what I believe is a miraculous occurrence that took place many years ago. This beautiful statue of St. Michael was donated by a local family in this parish whose matriarch, well, she was a lovely, elderly woman who only had weeks to live when her family brought her here. And she told me a remarkable story. She told me of how, when she was a child, her father had returned from being wounded in World War II and was deeply traumatized by what he had experienced in the war. The family struggled and even fought over how best to be of help to her father, to the point of some truly ugly conflict and arguments between formerly loving family members. Well, this elderly woman told me that one night she had an unforgettable dream. As she walked through the house, she could actually see the forms of figures, whispering in the ears of her family members. They were dark, frightening figures, and as they whispered, the people they spoke to grew angrier and began to argue and yell with others in the family. But she also saw lighter figures, whispering back against the dark ones. And when she looked at her father lying sick in bed, she saw a particular figure, winged and with a sword. In her dream, her father looked directly at her and said his first words in a long, long time, "Saint Michael." When that little girl awakened, she hurried to her father's side and told him, and for the first time since returning from the war, he smiled. He pulled from his pocket a torn, tattered old letter. It turned out to be a letter from a family in England, thanking him for saving their lives during a battle and for joining them in prayers to St. Michael for safety. They credited both her father and St. Michael for their rescue. Well, eventually the little girl's father recovered, and he began to write letters to that family in Europe. Eventually, in appreciation, they sent he and his family this beautiful statue of St. Michael the Archangel. He had been dead for some years by the time this woman and her family made their visit here to the parish. They, too, credit St. Michael and other angels for healing the wounds in their family. And as you might have guessed, she and her family were here to donate that statue to the parish. And it's been here ever since. And so, I want to remember and honor the memory of that little girl's father. His name was also Michael Connor. And she was named for him, Michelle Connor. And as we prepare to bless this statue, I'd like to take a moment to pray for them and their family and invoke St. Michael's prayers.
Isabel, did you hear that? Oh, you're crying. Are you okay?
More than okay, Claire. I'm amazed and thankful. Very, very thankful.